Hello, hello, and welcome back to Reality After Darkness
Welcome.
podcast.
Good evening, everyone. How are you doing over there, Emily?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. Middle of the week, trying to get through.
Yo, my hair is crazy. In the middle of the week, for
One
real.
of these days, I'll have mine down. Maybe one day when we do a weekend edition,
That
we
sounds
get the
good.
time.
We're gonna do a weekend edition. That sounds new, brand new. Oh my gosh, my hair. I'm over here recording, and I'm a hot ass mess. But
There you
anyway.
go.
So, we've decided we're going to discuss the importance of loving ourselves. Loving yourselves, everybody.
Yes, absolutely. How important that is.
What kind of steps have you taken to love yourself and care for yourself?
Right now, I think my main focus is just I'm entering a new age era, about to hit a big 40. So I taken the time to like try to get in tune with like my healthier side. I guess I've kind of um stopped eating certain things. I did try to choose a vegan path. I've been doing that for what now? 7 months down. Been
Wow.
going very well. Supposed to be a little 2 month thing, a little challenge, and it's been here. I feel good about it. I've been doing really well with it.
You look
So
good. You look healthy.
thanks. I feel different. I definitely do. It's crazy. I don't really grow my nails. I was growing my nails just cause, and I've grown them in the past. I don't know if this is from this or what's going on. I'm eating different, but they are so much stronger. They don't
Yeah.
even break.
Yep.
I accidentally broke one, but it was me cutting on. I was cutting a tomato,
Uh-huh.
and it was sliding as I was trying to catch it as I was cutting it, and I
Right.
hit my nail, and it broke like clean cut.
Oh, crap.
So I don't know. I don't know if it's that or, but they feel a lot stronger.
No, it's definitely that, right? Because when I went vegan, my nails were great. My hair grew like crazy. My skin glowed. And I remember too, I used to take coconut oil and I used to rub it
Hmm.
into my skin. My skin looked really healthy. Just all over my body too, because we also know that a lot of this crap that we put on our skin, we absorb it. And then our skin is the largest organ on the body for any of you that don't know that out there. And everything we put on our skin, lotion wise, has all these chemicals and things to keep that shelf life.
Hmm.
So I prefer to use olive oil, rosemary oil, tea tree, like anything natural. Coconut oil is the shit though. You put that on your skin, that's loving on you, man. Taking care of your skin.
Yeah, moisture. I was not one to moisturize my skin.
No.
I didn't think I needed it, and I would say about 2 years ago, I started really moisturizing my face every day, every day. In the morning routine, night routine, and that also helps. That makes a big difference. I mean, I feel like we are in an age range right now where things are changing a
Mm,
little bit more quickly than we want, right?
man,
So
don't
we
talk
have to
like
adjust. So we could help it. If
that.
we could help anything, I think that we should definitely take the time to do for us. And that just makes you feel better, I feel. Taking the time to do a little bit for yourself.
Absolutely. And I've been trying to get back on the vegan wave myself, but I don't know if you knew my adrenals are not the way they used to be. So
Hmm.
it causes stress on my body if I don't get enough protein, even if it's
Yeah.
vegan protein. So, like right now, the last 3 days, I've been clean eating, I've been eating plant based, no meat whatsoever. I haven't even had my vegan protein powders either. Like, I'm trying to kind of go cold turkey and just cleanse my system out. But it's been painful. But it's been helpful though, let me tell you, because I got on the scale today when I went to the doctor, and the doctor was super happy with my numbers. She was
There you
impressed.
go.
So, loving yourself is also looking at what's going on with your health and saying, okay, I need to make some changes like you did with your food. Food is so important because it's our temple, and we need to make sure that
Hmm.
our body is taken care of properly. And so it's not just going for therapy, because that's what we both have going on. It's not just taking toxic people out of our lives. It's a spiritual practice, it's a eating practice, it's, filtering out garbage and toxic stuff from your mind, reaching your goals, being productive. There's so much involved in it. um but when I got to the doctor today and she says to me, wow, you've lost since last year, I guess it was like almost 35 pounds. I was like, dang.
That's awesome.
Because I,
Congrats.
thank you. I started in March of this
Yeah.
year. So for me, it hasn't been that long. But since last year, she was comparing on her notes and everything. She was like, wow. So I was like, dang, I'm doing that little by little. But it's important to take care of ourselves, especially like you said, to your point, that the older we get, the body changes. And so even
Mhm. Mhm.
more so, we have to take care of ourselves, because we're like, I'm already past 40. So this
Mhm.
41 is kicking my butt. But it's like I was
Like
telling,
it's like levels, right?
right.
It's like a
And
game, and we're playing, and these are just levels to it.
for real, and I'm not feeling these levels. I'm not feeling them at all. I'm like, we are not playing. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And then when Mario go, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, that's how I feel. I'm like, if we don't get our crap together now,
Yeah, like we in the
you know,
castle for real,
we're screwed.
jumping over fireballs.
For
That's
real.
what it feels like some days. But
It
yeah, I
does.
think it's definitely important. And even I'm trying to tap more into. I'm not really good at it. I'm not sure if you're into this, but like the journaling thing, I think that's very important. I
I
think
agree.
taking time away, you know, I feel that we've become a society where we search for our healing by watching others online, like as far as like their what the trips they're on or what they're buying and this and that, and it's just like a little escape from doing the work.
Right.
And it's like we gotta turn that off because we're just running from ourselves. We need to do the work on ourselves to
Yo,
find that happiness.
that's so deep, and it's so true. And you said the key word there. We're running from ourselves, or the key words. We don't want to do the work. We're lazy,
Mhm,
and we
mhm,
just want to. It's called escapism, right? Because we see what someone else is doing, and then our mind drifts. And there's a lot of things that people do to escape. People use drugs, alcohol, people. They have to be with one person after another to keep this. I don't want to think about my life and
mhm,
what I got
mhm,
going on. I just rather just live and just numb. A lot of people numb or pretend that living in la la land. A lot of people live in la la land in denial. Um,
mhm.
and like you said, people don't want to do the work. They rather just watch, or they're watching everything to learn how to do it, but they don't take action.
Yeah, and I feel that that comes from maybe some kind of fear of having to face
Mm,
what the work that you gotta do. I mean, I think we've all been there. I struggle some days too. Like there's things that I may have gotten through, but there's things that I still gotta go through that I'm like, you put it out, I'll get to it this day, I'll get to it
right.
that way, but it's still something that eventually
You gotta
I'm
get
gonna
it.
have to face. So it's
Right.
just a matter of when do you want to do it. And
Right.
along the way, yeah, you do have to take care of yourself in every aspect. So
Uh-huh.
I mean, like I'm gonna start getting into that journaling. I'm gonna touch back and let you know how I'm doing with that maybe in a few episodes from now.
Well, journaling is good. It's healthy. And also because so much we keep things here in our
Hmm.
mind and we don't get it out of there. And a lot of times they say if you write it down, you kind of can get it out of here. And sometimes you can do that even to set yourself free from situations, from people, from things that you
Hmm.
experience. And you can write it down and you can burn it. So like I've done stuff where I've burned things that like, I'm sorry that I hurt so and so, or like like things in the past. I'm like, I'm sorry about this, that, and the third. I lit that thing on fire and I kept it moving, because I didn't want to keep holding on to something that I didn't
Hmm.
have any more room for. And sometimes that room is,
Hmm.
and we keep dwelling on certain things. So journaling helps get it out. to get our thoughts on paper, and we can also get clear. And it's also good to write our goals down. So much we think about, well, I got to do this, I got to do that, but writing it down kind of gets you organized.
And
Gets
actually makes it something real in a sense, right? Because you're actually looking at it, not something that you could just, remove the thought from your mind if you felt like it, you know?
right, right. It's important. And then you stay focused too, because you go back and you refer to that list like, okay, what am I trying to accomplish? So in loving ourselves and caring for ourselves, it's important to be organized, to have our thoughts very like clear as we can make it, make lists of things. Also, another great thing for people out there is a vision board. What do you want to
Mm,
see for yourself, for your life? Where are you trying to go? Do you want to get healthy? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to buy a house, start a business? Whatever it is,
yeah.
they could be vision boards of short-term goals. It could be vision
Mm-hmm.
boards of long-term. Like sometimes people don't do it because they're like, whatever. But you can go back and say, dang, I accomplished some of these things. And it's happened for me. I remember writing
Mm-hmm.
things down and creating little vision boards. And I'm like, yo, I didn't realize that I accomplished this. And you get to look back and feel proud, because sometimes we get lost in the everyday life that we don't realize how far we have come, and
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
we don't give ourselves grace, we don't give ourselves credit. We're so hard on ourselves, like we have to be more gentle with ourselves.
Yeah, that's definitely important because, we only have so many hours in a day and we
Mm,
can only do so much. A lot of us have jobs that we have to go to. And not everybody gets to work from home. Not everybody has flexibility of hours all the time. So, in the midst of all that, you also do have to make the time for yourself. It's important because your body is going to react one way or another,
yep.
whether you get sick or you start shutting down emotionally, withdrawing. Something's going to happen if you continue to just avoid. I
Right.
mean, I've been in a situation where I had to I was like, I can't. I keep pushing and pushing and pushing, doing everything else but relaxing
Right.
because I wanted to get all these things done. I wanted to get all these things done, and my body was like, nope, you're gonna relax today. You're not even able to even do anything. There was a day that I was just sitting here and it felt good. It felt good.
No,
Um,
that's like that R. Kelly song. My mind's telling me no, but my
yeah, exactly.
body is telling me yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I
Exactly.
know
You gotta
people don't,
listen to your body.
yeah, people don't like the R. Kelly thing, but whatever. It is what it is. It was a good song. And it's true. Like we do need to listen to ourselves, our body, because it'll tell us what we need.
Mhm.
And 9 times out of 10 we're trying to please everybody, we're trying to make sure that we're doing a million things, or because I don't want to stay home, or whatever it is. Like we just need sometimes to just shut it down.
I'm looking for. I need to get to the spa, girl. I haven't been there in a minute, but
A spa
my
day.
body's telling me I need me a good massage
Hell
pretty
yeah.
soon because I carry a lot of. I don't know about other people, but I carry a lot of my stress
Upper.
right here.
Yep.
Oh my God, right here. You could just feel the knot sometimes
Yeah, your upper
because I'm
body.
just like
Hmm.
between this job and trying to do the car thing and then trying to, do things at home. It's just,
Yeah, same for
yeah.
me. My shoulders, neck, or upper body, like this whole region, it's where I carry my stress too. And when the last time I got a massage, the woman, she was tearing me up. She's like, "You really got a lot of tension. You have to come here more." And I have to do, and I'm like, "This lady needs to get her hands out." She was so rough. I was like, "Yo, lady, you need to relax with that." Tiny woman. Why is it that the tiniest people have this Napoleon
Yeah, they be all up in there with the
she
with
puts
the
her
elbows. Yeah.
elbows. She was abusing me. I said, "Perate, lady, excuse me. No, thank you." I was like, "You're a little too rough."
Not so much pressure.
For real. And she's like, "Does it hurt you?" I'm like, "After you pull my arm out of its place, yeah, it hurts."
Hell
but
yeah, that shit hurts.
yeah, taking care of ourselves, getting massages is good. Going to the spa is good. You know?
Even doing massages, like sometimes I'll have my it always feels better when somebody else does it, but it's okay. Touch yourself, squeeze your points, feel the where you can get release at. Like there's certain places you pinch, even your own foot, like that reflexology stuff. Push down
Oh,
on those points, see what's hurting. I
right.
sometimes get like plantar fasciitis.
Yes.
Oh my God,
Me
that's
too. It's
painful.
torture. That's
But
torture.
you gotta work through it. You gotta work through it and make it feel better.
Right. Ice it, baby it, heat it, do all kinds of stuff. And that's the thing too.
Nurture it.
Right. A lot of people think it's not okay. Oh, man up or woman up and just keep it moving,
Hmm.
get it going. No,
Hmm.
no, no. We're getting to that age that if we don't take care of ourselves now, by 60, God willing, we make it there or more, we're going to be falling apart if we don't take care of ourselves. We got to take it easy, slow down, take care
Hmm.
of our body, with the right foods, with the right everything, the combination of stuff. And the thing is that the stress is what kills us.
Hmm.
So we need to learn how to relax and learn how to just
Breathe.
decompress and breathing, man. Breathing. I was just looking at something yesterday or watching something yesterday, I should say, that was talking about how breathing, that we don't breathe the right way.
Hmm.
Supposed to be breathing where when we breathe in, our stomach goes out, not the other way where you breathe and your stomach goes in and then you go out. The guy said is the opposite. And then that,
Really?
yeah, he says, and when you start to do it that way, it brings oxygen to all the cells, to our brain. It rejuvenates
I'm
us.
trying it now.
Yeah, let's try it out, everybody. Everybody at home that's listening to this on your drive anywhere or at home just chilling. Just breathe in.
Let's just do some 5 breaths here.
We're still on the air, guys. We haven't disappeared. We're just doing this deep breathing.
Flooding the body with oxygen.
Yeah, it gets you like a high.
Yeah, you feel it. You feel it bubbling.
Yep. They say we don't breathe the right way. So we're
Wow.
not getting the oxygen to our organs, to our brain. We're not doing what we're supposed to. So how can we revitalize and rejuvenate our body and our cells if we're not getting even oxygen to where it needs
Yeah.
to go?
Stop neglecting yourself, the oxygen. You know what they say, like when you're panicky or something's going on, just breathe, because that's how you calm the body. I mean,
Yes.
there's a reason they say that. The
Yep.
other night, actually 2 nights in a row, I
Mm.
actually enjoyed it. I gave myself um a little trial to do a nighttime yoga right before bed. It's like a little 10-15 minute thing.
Nice.
And that felt good. That felt you don't get I mean, it's just a few minutes, so you're not getting all sweaty, you're not getting
Right, right.
nothing like that. You're not getting all worked up. And it's more like it felt like nighttime stretching.
Okay.
And that breathing, that deep breathing gave me some really good sleep
That's awesome.
because I literally was flooding my body for those minutes with deep breaths and really getting that oxygen going and loosening those muscles. That
Nice.
my sleep was like a little baby. I don't even think I moved.
You were curled up, nice and chilling.
Yeah, I want to try that again. Not right there on YouTube. Just
That's awesome.
you look up yoga nighttime
Routine type.
routine.
That's awesome. I've gotten into the habit um doing meditation before bed. Not
I've
always.
not gotten into that. How's that going for you?
So it's really dope. It's a similar practice, right? Because you're there. For me, I like to be in darkness. I don't like any lights on. If the TV's on, it has to be with a black background. So normally if I
Mm.
do a YouTube video on TV, it has to have a dark screen. I'll do either rain or I'll do an actual meditation thing with like certain frequencies, because certain frequencies are healing
Mm-hmm.
too, like
Oh yeah.
432, 528, 936, and 396, like all the different varieties. There's so many. So if people out there listening, you can go check it out. There's a lot of healing frequencies that you can listen
Yes, I
to
heard of
heal the body.
this. I want to
Try
get that bowl
all the
where you
bowl
do
is
it at
really
home because
decent.
that's a I don't know what there's different frequencies in that, and that's very like those vibrations.
It's healing. It's very healing to the
Yeah.
body. So when I go, I'm like in my bed, I'm chilling, I'm sitting there, and I'm just taking my deep breaths, and I'm and they talk to you. Sometimes you can do a guided meditation, and like sometimes I don't need it to be guided. I just want to be still, and I just don't want to
Yeah.
think about anything. And it's okay, because a lot
Mhm.
of people think that when you meditate you have to get it right all the time. You're going to be thinking about work, and oops, I forgot to do this, and did I turn this off, did I, oh, and that happens. And a lot of the people who are gurus, they said that's normal. And as soon as you get into the habit and you keep it going often, you're gonna start saying, okay, this is it, and then you just shut, your body shuts down.
Mhm.
What I like to do is I close my eyes and I imagine that I have here from my third eye area, the middle of my eye closed. I'm like looking there, and I've had in the past, which some people might think this is woo woo stuff, but where I could see lights or like whatever in darkness. When you close your eyes and you're like meditation, in deep meditation, you can see different color lights. Someone told me they think it's the chakras, because the chakras all
Mhm.
have different energetic
Mhm.
lights. So I would see literally like the rainbow coming from there, and it would come out like it was really woo woo, like like if it was a
That's
freaking
awesome.
rainbow. But when you get to that level of deep meditation, it is so peaceful, and it restores you. I don't know, it's just really, really, I can't really explain it. It's just it's just really peaceful.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine. We've all heard like Jay Shetty was a monk, and the monks go and they sit in silence and meditate for hours and hours and hours. It's
Right.
not an easy thing from what I heard as well, because the mind is constantly going and going, and what am I cooking for dinner? And I forgot the dry cleaners, and I gotta go pick up the
Mhm.
dog, and even though you're trying to focus, right? There was
Yep.
a book that I started. I should get back to it. Where is it at over here? Um, I'll have to get the name. I think it's Love. It has to do with like aloneness, right? And learning how to, be alone and be okay being alone.
Being alone.
And like even when you're like with a couple, like if you're in a couple, being okay being alone, an individual. Like they talks about in that book how you can be in two separate rooms and it's okay. It's not a bad thing. You're still in a relationship, but some people need that alone time to center themselves and to really get that focus, you know?
Oh yeah.
So I could definitely see how meditation is hard because we don't know how. Most people
Hmm.
I feel probably can't say that they know what they like to do.
Mm.
They don't know a lot about themselves,
Right. Right.
you know?
And this
And
journey.
and that's because we're constantly running from ourselves.
Right, right. And I think, like you said, like we're running, but we need to learn who we are. And so it's important to know thyself. And that's something from ancient writings that they said you need to know thyself. And also to be still and learn how to be still. And what does that mean? You just shut it down, shut everything down, silence all the thoughts. Sometimes people need to have music, they need to have all this entertainment and all this distraction in your phone and everything. Shut it down. Go into the
Mhm,
darkness if you can, turn on a candle if you like that. Be still and just relax. The body
mhm,
needs it, and the body will thank you for it. And people are like, well, we have kids and we don't have this, and we carve out 10 minutes. It doesn't even have to be a
mhm.
long time, but if it becomes a routine every night, the kids are sleeping, the laundry's put away, everything's done, I'm about to sit in my bed, right there, that 10 minutes that you have for yourself in darkness with the lights off, just breathe and unwind, and it's so
And
healing.
feel yourself.
you know
Really, really take the time to feel, to listen to what the body's saying and what it's trying to convey to you.
Yep, yep. And also, um, like you were saying about what is it that people like? People don't even know what they like. When you're done with your meditation or in the morning, whatever, figure out what it is that you like. Does a nice walk in the park help you feel better?
What
Maybe
makes you happy? What
right,
really makes you happy?
right, right. Some people like to paint, and that's therapeutic. Some people like to color. And let me tell you, I have adult coloring books and kid coloring books. I got magic markers, I got color pencils, crayons, I got it all. I enjoy art. Sometimes cooking is therapeutic for people out there.
Mm-hmm.
Dancing, putting on some music and dancing in your kitchen or whatever. Like, there, you have to learn to find joy, and look at the little things too, and embrace everything, every moment, because we got to enjoy the present, because I think we're so worried about tomorrow constantly. Well, I gotta go do, it's always rush, 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 and that gives anxiety to us. Our bodies
Mm-hmm.
on that constant high and adrenaline, like, when's the next rush? We have to do the next thing. And then that, even when we have free time, we want to fill that free time with other things instead of just being like, you know what? I need to just relax.
Yeah, and there's a lot of times you don't know how to relax because you're constantly, like you said, running, 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 and now it's like, what do I do at this time? I don't know how to relax. I need to do something.
Right. And unfortunately, I've heard from other people that when someone who has worked all their lives are ready to retire, many of them get sick
Mm-hmm.
because they don't know how to relax. Their body has been go, 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 go for so much time that now sedentary lifestyle, the body's like, what the heck are we doing now? We're idling. We're not going to work. We're not waking up
Yeah.
at 5. We're not. A lot of people get heart attacks. They get cancer,
Yep.
whatever it is, but they get ailments, and or you'll hear that on their way to retire, they die too. It's like, we have to do
They
better.
probably thinking about, oh my God, I'm not gonna have nothing to do, and that
Right.
worries them.
That too. And some people are like, well, what am I going to do with myself? Can I afford to live on a retired income? Can I, like, there's so much involved in that. And that leads me to another point, that we need to love ourselves and care about ourselves by planning better for our future, you know?
Absolutely. You know what I actually downloaded, and I feel like maybe one of these days we could tap into this in another episode.
Uh
I'll
huh.
briefly go into it now that you say that. I downloaded a financial literacy book. I don't feel
Mm-hmm.
that me personally, in the household that I grew up in, that was a topic of
Lost you.
discussion that was uh-oh, uh-oh.
I lost you, Mo. All
I
right.
see you. I see you.
Can you hear me?
Yep, can you see me?
Yep. I lost
All
you. You
right.
said that you downloaded a financial literacy book.
Literacy book, and I feel that, I'm not sure if others can relate, but I feel that given the household that I was raised in, I wasn't really taught about that. I wasn't really taught about what money really is, the value of it, what to do. It was just
Right.
save. It was just save, but it was never and they never showed me how to save.
Right.
They showed me other habits that they had with their money that I then thought was okay. That now I'm trying to rewire my brain. I have
Right.
to, because all these little puzzle pieces also contribute to allowing yourself to be able to relax.
Mm-hmm.
So if there are things that you feel or you're struggling with that you cannot relax because of them,
Right.
start working at those things a little bit too.
Yep. Chip away at
Knowledge
it.
is power. Yeah, like I just, listening to a book is, I'm already listening to some points that I'm like, well, that makes sense. I didn't know that. Or just educating yourself a little bit can definitely become beneficial to you.
Absolutely. And I was talking to people. I've been talking about that a lot lately, that our community, and I say los Latino, we weren't really,
Hmm.
like, for me, I also was told, save your money, work hard, save your money, but save it in what? They don't talk about trust funds. They don't talk about buying life insurance that you can
Nope.
also save and you can borrow from. There's so
Hmm.
much out there that's free, because there's a lot of information today in 2024. We don't have any excuse that we can't say we don't know, because we have a chance to read, download an audio
Hmm.
book, or research, or go on YouTube, free seminars. There's so much, and we need to get that knowledge, because it is power, and it'll also help, like you said, take that stress from our back and shoulders, because we're like overwhelmed. Well, what are we going to do when we need to retire? Or what happens if, God forbid, something happens to you and you can't work anymore? Can you live off of your savings for 6 months to a year? Many of
Right.
us cannot.
Right.
So it's important to, in loving ourselves, because that is loving for ourselves and our families, whatever, whatever. But We need to be prepared. We need to learn these things, and there's no excuse anymore to not get the information because it's free. Or you can go to a financial institution and you can ask and pick the brain of a financial
Hmm.
planner. Sometimes you could just ask them for a sit down, and they'll tell you stuff.
Hmm.
You don't have to buy, or like, there's Merrill Lynch, there's Fidelity, there's so many of the different, even banks. You can go to a bank and talk to them. They have different things, like TD Bank. I think they deal with trading and all that stuff. If you want to get into something, learn about it. That's the best thing to do. We owe it to ourselves to do better, to be
Hmm.
better, and prepare ourselves so that we're not living and working until we're 70, because you see they keep pushing back
Right.
that age for us. Probably gonna
Because they know that we're not there's so much going on that we're not paying attention to the bigger picture that we end up we're having to work longer.
right, right.
So a lot of people are trying to get, well, like they like to say, keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah.
And this social media influences a lot of people to do things because other people are doing them, and then you end up having all this debt, and then you have to work longer, and
Mm-hmm.
they know as a country probably that, yeah, the majority of us are not where we should be when it comes to like knowing about savings, knowing about 401k and pensions and Roth and all that stuff.
Yep.
The book that I was listening to, all this stuff has not always been around. As keep adding more things as time is progressing. So don't be so hard on yourself because you don't know this information, but
Right.
know that the information is there to learn.
Yep. It's available.
It's never too late to invest in yourself. I don't feel.
Well, even those that want to take a course on anything, a lot of the universities, like Harvard, now has Harvard X. Well, they've had it for a while. You've got every university has free courses.
Which is
So
amazing.
if you want to learn about financial literacy, you can go on there and you can look it up. I'm not saying that every course is going to be everything you're looking for, but I was on there taking some basic courses, and I was looking. They have financial ones, they have for retire, they have for everything, anything you could think of. And even a few bucks, some of these courses, like I'm looking into herbalism, a few bucks. You go in and you
Hmm.
research, you learn, you study. Like there's no excuse in today's world. If you want to do something, you can make it happen. You know.
Yeah, you got to put the time in for yourself.
Yep.
It's
And
very
people.
important. Stop putting off stuff for the next day, or
Mhm.
a lot. We're all tired. I
Yep.
feel. I find myself, you know, when I feel that I'm picking up too many things at once, I do forget about myself, and then I'm I'm constantly running on fumes, and that's not okay.
No.
Because then you're not giving your best on all those things that you're doing.
Right. You're
Everything's only getting a little bit of effort, basically.
a little bit because you're spreading yourself too thin. So that's another big point, that in caring for ourselves and nurturing ourselves, we have to understand that it's okay to say no, and I don't
Mhm.
want to do, or not overwhelm ourselves with trying to accomplish so much, because a lot of people that are listening, they have children too, and they're constantly
Mhm.
on the go or running around because the kids have this and they have that. Sometimes it's okay to tell them, no, today we're going to have a chill day. You guys
Right.
go play whatever video game, or go color, or give them a book
Or
to
play outside like
play
we used to
outside.
back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah, that, well, good luck with that. Good luck with that, because not a lot of kids are going outside. But yeah, you
They're
have to.
like, "What is that? Who goes outside?
Right. What outside? That I could get dirty outside. What's outside?
It's
Uh
hot out there. Why
yeah,
would I
yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
that?"
Mosquitoes. Who the heck wants to play outside? I ain't going outside. But yeah, like it's okay for people out there to say no. Today's a day that I just want to do my thing. Get them their snacks and their stuff ready and go. Some people are like, "Well, I don't like my kids on the tablets, and I don't want." Look, just give them 2 hours, and give yourself 2 hours or 1 hour, whatever, and just unplug and just go to your room, or go to another part of the house. Go to the back, lock yourself in the damn bathroom with the
Yeah.
shower
I
on.
mean, I don't have kids, but I feel like being a child of parents, right?
Right.
I probably would have admired and appreciated seeing my parent make time for themselves, and that
Right.
probably would have been instilled in me. So don't be scared to do that and tell your kids, "Hey, I need an hour, every week on
Mhm.
this day. I need time for myself."
Right.
And
Like
they might fall into that pattern too, like, "Oh, I saw the change with my parent. They were more relaxed when they would do this. I feel like I should do this as well,"
right.
type deal.
Right, like my parents would do stuff like that. When I was growing up, I would remember my dad would go and do his music. Like that was what helped him de-stress from a long day or
Nice.
busy week or whatever. He would go play music or he would part-time be in a band and he would just keep himself in something like that. But that was his passion. So that's another thing. Like do something you like. If you like painting or art or whatever, like anything you're into, you're a DJ, you're a photographer, whatever, enjoy doing things that you like too, because we gotta have a balance. Everything's about balance. We gotta have time for a little bit of everything, to take care of ourselves,
Mhm.
for life, for kids, for work, for everything under the sun. There's time for everything. We just need to better manage our time.
Mhm.
Time management is important, and I think that's something that I think people need to learn to do better, because I find that I don't have enough time. Well, what time do you wake up? Okay, what time do
Mhm.
you get out of the house? Okay, well, what are you doing at this time and that time? And like, I'll find, oh, I'm watching this show and that show. I'm like, bro, you're watching stuff that is it edifying you? Are you learning something from this? I'm not
Mhm.
knocking like these housewife shows and reality. Like, I don't care. You do what you want to do. But I've eliminated so much TV, it's not even funny. And I have more time to do other things. Like, I'll find myself, oh, I could write today, or I can go outside and go ground
Mhm.
or earthing, and I can go, you know what I mean? Like, you got to find ways to move some things around. If you're watching 2 hours or you're scrolling all day on your phone, TikTok, whatever,
Mhm.
how many hours you should really, like, I think people should challenge themselves and see how long they're on their phone daily.
I
Like,
know.
is it half an hour? Is it an hour? Because every time you're at work and you take a minute and you look at your phone and you get distracted, how many video clips are we watching? How many TikToks and Instagrams? And how much are we doing the scrolling? Yo, think about that. That's like 2 hours.
All day.
I'm sure there's at least 2 hours. If you look and see how many
2
minutes
hours from
go
your
by,
whole day you're
I would
scrolling.
say 2 hours
Absolutely.
scrolling at
Everybody,
least.
at least 1 hour
At
from
least.
from the beginning to the end, whether that's checking your accounts, you're
Mm-hmm.
on your phone.
Yep.
You're on your phone. I remember about a month and a half ago, we were in my office where I work, and there's about 12 of us. We're only there for a few minutes in the mornings, a few minutes in the afternoon, but this particular day, we were there because of whatever the weather what was going on. And I literally walked to my desk and I could see everybody else and they're all on their phones. And I'm literally looking at them. I scanned the whole room. Nobody's talking. They're just all looking at their phones. I'm like, are we really all on our phones right now? They look up and they go right back to their phones.
Yep.
It's
It's
crazy.
It's sad. And you see that at family parties too. You can go to a
Hmm.
barbecue, you can go to somebody's house. Everybody has their phone on them. Everybody's scrolling through something or responding to a text or whatever. Yo, we're at an event. Let's spend time together. Let's put the phones.
It's
I
it's
remember we put phones in a basket when we had family parties for a while because it was just too much. We didn't have that family time. You were gonna say it's become what?
I think it's that it's become like some people feel like they want everybody to see what they're doing. Like it's become a thing where
Hmm.
I want you to be in this moment with me, so I have to record it. But you're so busy recording the moment, you're not feeling the moment.
You're not in the present.
And then
Absolutely.
when you're watching it, you're trying to feel it through what you recorded because you weren't even present while you were doing it because you were trying to get the angle, you were trying to get the right whatever going on, flash or whatever the case is.
Right. I agree. And I think about that often. Like people are like, oh, let me take a picture of this and let me take a selfie over here and another one over there. I'm like, bro, are you even enjoying yourself? Because all I see is pictures. It's for the gram. You're doing it for the gram. You're doing it for your followers and everything. And I really could care less. Most of the time, my phone is in my pocket. And if I pull it out, I'm like, all right, I'm going to pull it out because maybe I'm going to do a live and maybe I'm going to do something.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, I don't even want to pull my phone out. I don't even care because I want to enjoy the moment.
That's how it should
And
be. You absolutely need to enjoy the moment. That book that I was listening to, it was interesting that he mentioned that a lot of people do think, like we say, for the gram, for the cloud, or whatever. But
mhm,
most people, if you, let's say you just bought the nicest, I don't fucking know, Maybach, and you're like, I got the motherfucking Maybach, I'm fucking cool now, right?
right,
Most people that see you get out of that Maybach are not looking at you and don't give a fuck about you. They're looking at that car like, damn, if I had that car, what I would do with it. They don't care that you own it. They
right,
don't care how you look. They don't care how you got it.
right,
They're envisioning their life in that car. So you're
right.
not ultimately not doing nothing for nobody.
Mm-mm.
They're just creating their own thoughts. They ain't looking at you any better, that you're cooler or nothing like that. They just want to envision their life and what you're showing. But
Right. People are like, wow, I want that. Or people want what you got too.
mhm.
And that's another thing. That's why, like, I remember when I got my most recent car, I didn't post it anyway. Matter of fact, I haven't posted the last three cars that I've gotten. I didn't find the need.
Yeah.
For what? For
For
what?
what?
Because that's when you get into a car accident. Because somebody's been watching you and
Mhm.
they're like, "Oh, so and so just got a brand new car," and there's that one person that wishes they had that car too, and is trying to
Right.
figure out why I can't get that car. And then, like you
Right.
said, they probably don't care that it's you that got it, but they want what you got because they're
They
like,
got
"Oh, I want
yup.
that car too." So that's when the envy and all that other stuff. Let's stop getting people to watch how you're living your life and all that. And why don't you just enjoy your life, everybody? Everybody listening over there,
Yeah.
just enjoy your life, man. Love you enough to say, put down the phone, enjoy your kids, enjoy your partner, your spouse, whatever, enjoy your family, unplug, disconnect. Even my
And take
parents,
pictures before and after events.
all of the
Like
day.
back in the day, we're here, we take a group picture,
Yep,
everybody's partying, that was it. You just had that one picture
yep, the
for
lineup,
the whole night.
do it, yep. Or I had that one aunt, that one relative that was taking pictures the whole night. But that was her thing. My aunt, that's her thing. She just takes pictures everywhere she's at. She's like, "Shh, shh, 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 shh." And so we let her, and like, we're just, Titi wants to take another picture. All right, pose for the camera. But for the most
Mhm.
part, we enjoyed our time together. We had played time where we would get cards and we would get Monopoly out and whatever domino
Mhm.
we're playing and we're having a good ass time. Nobody cared about the phone.
Nobody.
So, I mean, let's go back to taking care of ourselves, our
Being
family.
in touch with ourselves and our families. That's important.
Yep,
That's
going back.
important.
Let's bring back the quality time and disconnection time. Let's bring that back. Let's make that a thing.
Yeah, I feel like that's important. A lot of people use the that as I want to say a way to keep things surface level, so they
Hmm.
don't have to get to know each other. They don't have to really get deep because now you have a distraction.
Right,
Everybody got a phone.
right,
I don't have to ask you how your day's going, how you're feeling, and you don't have to tell me. And that therefore we don't have to make a conversation or communicate.
right,
And therefore nobody has to be empathetic. Like it's a whole thing that if you have the phone, it's kind of like you could avoid it in a
right,
sense.
right. It's gotten to where, like you said, people don't have to dive deep. I don't need to care about what you're into or what you're not into. And me, on the other hand, I'm so not into superficial conversations. I don't
Right.
want to know how the weather is. I don't give a shit about what's going on with this and that. Like, tell me about the aliens that just landed on the moon that they just took some pictures of. Let's talk about a conspiracy. Let's talk about something deep. Let's talk about the history of so and so and the gods and the angels. Like, I'm such a, I need you to, like, entertain my brain. Like, teach me something, or
Right.
share some with me, intellectual or anything, but don't give me some how you doing? Oh, and about these flowers and about this I don't give a shit.
How's for lunch? What's for
Yeah,
lunch?
yeah, yeah. Like I don't give a shit. I can't do it. And it's hard because so when I did my astrology birth chart, one of the things is that I'm supposed to have these conversations. I'm not supposed to be only into deep conversations. So I learned how to have those conversations. Like,
Mm-hmm,
oh,
mm-hmm.
how's the weather today? And how's this happen? You got to play the role, but I hated it. I was like, I don't wanna. I'm like, I just don't care. And it's not that I don't care. I shouldn't even say that. Guys out there, no, if you've sat in my chair, you know that I care because I'll remember the next time you come in and I'll ask you, like, what happened with this and that. But it's just that I like deep conversations. But, we can't have deep conversations with everybody. So I guess it is what it
Right. Not everybody's open to it. Not everybody knows how.
is.
Not
That's true.
everybody knows how to get in touch with like that. And they maybe never really had anybody they can do that with. So they don't even know how to open it up, or they get nervous or whatever the case is. But I
That's
feel like if the more you get in touch with yourself, the more you're open to what's around you.
it's true. It's
You
true.
want you want to be around peace, you want to give peace,
Mm,
you want to see others want to do better. When you
right.
start working on yourself, it's almost like they say, like infectious. You start being in a good mood, people start seeing it, and then you start feeling the reciprocation.
Hmm.
It's important. It's definitely important.
Vibrating on a high frequency, is contagious. It definitely is. And people want what you got. So they're like, you're happy. I like that happiness. I want to laugh too. I want to be at peace or whatever. And then
Hmm.
there's those people that are low vibing still, the narcissists, because that's what we started this whole podcast on. And like they
Hmm.
just don't like to see other people happy. They genuinely, it's short lived. Like we could be happy for a second for
Hmm.
the facade, for the outside world to see that, and then in the house we're fighting all the time, and that's no way to live either. If you guys are in
Right.
relationships or with people that just suck your energy, they call them energy vampires, you got to get out of that too in a responsible way. Because
Hmm.
part of loving ourselves and caring for ourselves is to be in healthy relationships, whether that be family, friendships,
Yeah.
relation, like partners, whatever. Like, and I know some people will be like, well, it's easier said than done. We're married, we have a house, we have kids, we got the whole nine. But there's ways to work at little by little getting out of that
Hmm.
if you
Absolutely.
want it bad enough.
Yeah, and then ultimately be responsible for your children. If you're gonna sit there and be married and not be, and showing your kids that you're constantly fighting, you're unhappy, like you're molding your children to think this is okay.
Right,
And you ultimately don't want that for your children.
right, right.
You want them to do better than you. So try to set the example, like, hey, this is what's going on. Mom, dad, whoever you are, I just want to be happy, and things are going to change. I have to make changes. I'm sure children would be more appreciative and grateful if you communicate with them than
Mm,
leave them shut out in the dark and leave them guessing why
right.
you did what you did. They're still humans. We got to see each other as humans, even though there's a parent and child dynamic. But respect them as human beings as well, to give them the opportunity to understand what's going on.
Absolutely. Well said. Yeah, I agree.
You know.
Children know a lot more than what parents make them out to be. Like children, when I remember being 9, 10, and 11, and I knew everything. Like you could read the room. I don't know if it's
Hmm.
because I'm, the household or whatever. Like I was able to read the room. I was able to read people's mood and people's energy, people's intention.
Hmm.
I don't know if that's a cancer thing or an empath thing. I really don't know where that comes from, but I was able to be like, yeah, this is gonna get crazy right now. You could tell when it was about to get violent, or
Mm-hmm.
like people were gonna argue. Like, I'm talking in general. Like, if you're able to kind of like, so kids know, they're aware of like, oh, something's about to happen, because they can sense certain tones,
Mm-hmm.
certain body language, and parents don't give their kids enough credit. They know what's going on. They know that
Mm-hmm.
something is upsetting you, or that dad or mom or somebody did something wrong. Like, they know. So just don't think your kids are stupid, basically, is what I'm trying to get to, because they know they can pick up your energy, they can pick up vibes,
Yeah.
they can see, they can hear. Like, just be real with them, I
And
think.
just like we've dealt with things with our parents growing up, they're internalizing things too.
Hmm.
They see it. They may not be telling you about it, but they're feeling some type of way about it.
Right,
You
right.
know, you may think like, "Oh, I'm doing a good job and not showing them this or that," but
They could
a
feel it.
vibe is a vibe.
Yeah, and kids are really good at sensing. They'll come up to you if you're sad and you didn't even know that they noticed you were sad. They'll be like, "Are you okay?" Or they'll give you a hug at the right time, or they give you a kiss at the right time. And you're like, "Oh my God, how did they know that I needed that?" Kids are intuitive, and we just need to treat them, like you said, like little humans, human beings, with respect. Um,
And educate them from a young age. Don't pass on trauma if you can help it. If you can help it, and you know, and you're aware,
right,
then I feel like you should owe it to them. They're a piece of you. They're representation of you. They're all an offspring. They are gonna be a replica in a sense of you. So why not instill some of the positive things in them? That can come of bad situations. Like just show them that the good things come out of bad things if things are not working out.
right, absolutely. And I think kids, like you said, you educate them, you sit down, you talk to them, you tell them what's going on. Kids will be okay and open to that. Don't make it out like they're stupid, because they know better and they understand what's going on. All you have to do is sit down and explain it to them, like, hey, this is what's going on. It's not working out between this parent and myself, or whatever, and this is what's going to happen, and call it a day. But we owe it to ourselves and to the next generation to not keep this trauma going, to not keep these
Hmm.
cycles going. And this, it's like a curse, really. Like they say it in the old writings, like generational curses. That's what it seems
Hmm.
like. It's like one person after another's going through the same shit. It's like, no, it can't. It
Yeah.
has to stop. We have to stop it. And we have to love ourselves enough to say, that's it. Enough is enough.
Yeah. Do the work, find the way, find your niche that makes you feel better. Even if it's something, it could be something silly. Like you said, you could dance at home naked. If that's what makes you happy, do
Hey,
it,
butt
you
ass
know?
naked. And just make sure your ring camera is facing the outside
Yeah.
of the house.
Yeah. And you got some curtains.
Yeah, for real. Listen, I don't want to see that shit. But hey, if you're my neighbor and I see you dancing naked, I'm gonna be happy for you. I'm gonna be like, yes, I love it. I love people to be happy, to be themselves. This life is too short and is
Hmm.
very, very temporary. Also forgive often. Don't hold on to bitterness and grudges. That
Yeah.
shit'll pollute our bodies too, and we won't heal. We won't be able to be healthy if we keep holding on to grudges and all this hates and anger. Like, yo, set yourself free.
Yes, absolutely. And I feel another important thing that we need to do, all of us, like you said, not just in relationships, friendships, or family, learn boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Learn, like you said, say if you can, don't overdo
Mm-hmm.
just to make someone else happy. Because if they're not doing the work from themselves, you trying to make them happy is only going to be temporary, and then you're going to be left with nothing.
Yeah. You're gonna be pouring from an empty cup. So this whole podcast to encourage one another to fill your own cup, to love yourself, to nurture yourself, give yourself the things that you need so you can be that better mom, better co-worker, better wife, partner, whatever. Like,
Hmm.
we can't help anybody if we don't help ourselves first, if we don't
Yeah,
take care of us. And that goes back to the airplane. When you get on an airplane and the first thing they tell you is if something should happen and the mask falls down, put the mask on yourself first before trying to help your neighbor or anybody else. We
absolutely.
need to take care of ourselves because we're no good to anyone else if we don't, you know.
Hmm.
Anything
Yeah.
else you want to leave with the
I
people?
want to, I just want to say I'm really enjoying doing this. I want to get some feedback from you guys. If you guys are doing anything that you feel is currently helping you on your journey, please feel free to share with us. You can hit us up on the comments, or I guess we're going to put up an email or something soon too, right? That they could
Yeah.
maybe send in some questions, some
Mhm.
topics that they may want us to discuss and go over,
Right.
some information we could find out for you guys. We do want to get some more guests on here. We're working on that as well.
Right.
But we're always going to be here for you guys. We're always, here to share a little bit about our lives and hopefully enlighten some people out there, that are willing to receive the knowledge that we have to share
Yeah. What she
and our
said.
experiences, really.
Yeah, what she said for real. We have so much combined. We have so many years of experience and so much
Yeah,
stuff. And it's not even funny what we want to share. And we just want to help people and help ourselves on the same, on the journey. Because what we're doing is also helpful to us because we learn from each other.
yes,
So as soon as they let us know what they've tried, what they're doing, what works for them, we can try it too. And maybe we could do an episode where people can call in. We will
yeah.
have to do a live one at one point in the future, some point, and we
Hmm.
can have people call in and tell us what they want to, talk about too. If we can't do the emails and what have you, I'm sure we can do that though. But man,
Yeah, we'll definitely get it together.
you keep up with them emails more because I ain't got time for that.
I'll make some time. I'll make some time.
See,
But
bound.
also too, I know we're mentioning like kind of like some books and stuff. I want to later on incorporate in the notes as well some links to some of the books we're listening to, or maybe journals we've bought, or anything that we can like any information we could give you guys that you can use that could be resourceful for you. We'll
Did
definitely include that as well.
Did you bring up Joe? This was the stanza. What is this guy's name? Hold on. That guy from YouTube that you were mentioning before. You were saying somebody else then maybe. I don't know. Hold on.
For
Joe
the
meditation and all those other things. We weren't talking about that before.
No, it wasn't Joe, but I did see this. There's this you're talking about the vibrations. There's this. I'm gonna send you the link. Maybe we could include that too. It's like this. They're using this round thing where he's tapping it.
You're talking
It
about,
looks like a shell. You seen that? The girl's singing. Like it's
oh,
kind
you're
of like a
talking about the
singing.
sound bowl.
Is it? It looks like a shell, and it got like deep holes in it. And he's tapping it, or whoever's tapping it.
That one I'm not sure, but I was talking about Joe Dispenza. He's someone that's all over YouTube and he's helping people renew their mind,
Hey,
positive
okay.
thinking, reprogramming the negative. He even says that you can heal yourself just from your thought. It's almost like that placebo effect. If you believe in something enough, it will heal
Mhm.
you. It will do what it's supposed to do. But yeah, you're talking about different sound bowls. Let me see. Sound.
Yeah, sound bowls.
Yeah, they have a lot of sound bowls. Oh wait, what the heck? What
Yeah, it was on.
this small?
No, no, no. I'm gonna show you. It was so good. It'll take me a second here.
She
But
said
I also wanted to say, now, geez, we're both having
squirrel moments.
these
Yo,
moments
my
here.
ADHD guys out there and gals that have ADHD, sorry.
Here we go. Here we go. Well,
What did I
we gotta get through all the millions of. I
Oh,
always
it's
say
called
when
the hand pan.
hand pan. Is that what it is?
Yes, this guy is beating the hell out of it. Like this thing
Look
move.
at this.
Yes, that's the same. All right, so it's a
Do you hear
handpan.
that sound? Do you hear that sound though?
Let's play it. Did you play it? Oh, I like her. She could sing.
Yeah. This is some good stuff right here when you're trying to like just relax.
Yo, play that louder. Play
It's
that
a
louder.
hit.
People in the back.
They haven't really started yet, but let me move it a little closer. They're over here, here we go. Those vibrations are real.
963 is the hertz that he's on. One of these that I'm looking at. Because that's the
This
same.
is 1111 hertz.
Oh, okay. Because that's the same guy.
Star. It's a 1 hour handpan music. Star seeds.
Dope.
Very relaxing. Sometimes I come home and I'll put this on the TV as I'm trying, unwind. Yeah, that's the one.
Starseed. That's exact. But the channel is called Multi Martin Method.
Yes, but these two.
I've seen them. I like them a lot. And so there's a lot for people to do out there. And so
Mm-hmm.
we hope that some of this was helpful, and we're sorry that I squirreled out. I had a squirrel moment. That's my ADHD talking.
It's okay. We all have them.
Yeah,
All this thinking we got going on, right?
we're trying to help give all this stuff out there so people are not like,
Yeah.
what were they talking about? They said this meditation and I don't know what the heck. And there's this guy that helps with the mind and everything, that Joe Dispenza. He's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna check him out too. But I definitely recommend this handpan. You guys got some time, YouTube it. Give yourself a couple minutes, close your eyes, just vibe out.
Sounds good to
But
me.
yes, we'll definitely have to get together again soon. Give them some more resourceful information. Come up with our next topic. If anybody has any ideas, throw them our way. We'll definitely include them somewhere along the line here.
Absolutely.
I do have some more topics coming up that I'm going to be introducing too. So we'll see how Emily feels about them.
We'll see. I'm just kidding. We'll make it work. Well, everybody, thanks for joining us on Reality After Darkness. This is Emily Styles, and
And Mo Curls.
we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.
Everybody have a good night. Stay safe.
Yes. Bye.
Good night.
I fudged up. We're gonna have to edit that. Oh, did I delete that shit?
This is recording still.
Where the hell is it? Oh my god. I
Stop
said
cam? No.
no, that ain't it. Yo, I fucked this shit up. Yo, if we just deleted
Stop
this.
cam?
Oh, end
No,
record.
no, no.